Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we're joined by Mike from Amscan. Mike, hello.
Hello there.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
You're here today to show us something.
I am indeed.
And it is a little bit organic, which is obviously still on trend after how many years has organic been around? 4 or 5?
Feels like forever. I think certainly the last 4 years is when it's really sort of been in everyone's faces.
Yeah.
Chris still remembers organic type displays from way back.
Yeah.
So it's always been around, but it's just still massive.
It's still very on vogue.
This is a little bit off the wall in terms of organics. It's a helium filled display of a bouquet. So yeah, well, I say helium. There's a bit of helium. There's a lot of air.
Okay. All right. So let's do it. Okay. And by let's, I mean you do it.
I mean, you can. Would you?
No, don't get me involved in stuff. Seriously, it all goes wrong.
So there's 2 balloons that are going to be filled with helium. 24-inch white sand, 24-inch eucalyptus.
Okay.
One of them will be taken to around about 24 inches. The other one will be about 20, something like that.
Okay.
That will then give us a lift of everything else that's air-filled within the design. This is actually one of Chris's designs he created a long time ago. He did it in whites, reflex gold. Okay. Very elegant, very sort of weddingy.
So is this something for weddings?
This one I would say is definitely suited for a wedding. Like I said, we're using eucalyptus, we're using white sand, we're using white.
But you could use any colours.
You could use pinks and blues for a gender reveal or blues for a christening. You'll see once it's all finished, it will suit any occasion. Yeah. I mean, we've been going on about eucalyptus now for a long time, and as if it's new on trend. It's not for me. Eucalyptus white sand. If I put my old business hat on, they're now a staple. This is part of your kit. If you haven't got eucalyptus in your arsenal, then you're missing out somewhere, because it's massive, and we don't see it going anywhere at all.
I still remember that spring fair when I came across these colours on the Amscan stand, and I was like, I don't think they're going to do very well. Because I was wrong. Very wrong.
Yeah, same as mustard and rosewood. Two very different colours, but stunning. Yeah,
muted tones.
Yes, that's the one.
All right. So you're going to inflate these with helium
first?
Yeah,
these two are going to be helium filled. I have prepped a base already, just nothing fancy. It's just the standard air-filled cluster of 4, 2 layers. This one's been double stuffed. I'm going to run over that in a minute. Okay. Just a foil frilly weight tucked in and tied off. Yeah. You could do your helium bit first and have it somewhere. I'd prefer to have this ready, and I'm going to fly it off some tulle. So this is going to be tied in first, just so I've got somewhere to put this while I mess about with all the other bits and bobs.
Sounds good.
So I'm just going to bring in a little bit of tulle.
See, I pronounce it tulle as well. Apparently it's tulle.
I don't know. It's
tulle.
I think I always used to call it tulle when I first started. Okay. And then just as I've worked with it more, and
little fabric-y stuff that's quite light.
Wedding stuff.
Yeah.
They use it in veils, don't they, and things like that.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. All right. That's what I guess you could use it as a veil.
Or use it the wider stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this has been around for years. Do you remember a few years ago when there was the 3 metre square tool that you were putting over 3-foot balloons and stuff? That was a trend for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, I threw a lot of that out when I closed the business.
Yeah.
Didn't have another place for it. I'm going to set this down.
Okay.
I will be needing that shortly. Like I say, 24-inch. I'm going to take one of them to 24, and what I've done, this is one of my little handy tips when I was every wedding job I ever did, if I was doing big balloons, I always made sure I had something like this in my van with a pre-cut length, because I knew that I would put my tape measure down somewhere. Yeah. So I've got my pre-cut length of ribbon at 24 inches.
Mike, you were always one for coming up with innovative ideas. I remember when we visited you in that unit that you were in for a while. That was great. It was. So many ideas you had there. That was absolutely fantastic. And that's another fab idea.
So my 2 pieces are now set at my 24. It doesn't really matter so much in this one because it's an organic display. Yeah. I do want to push this as far as I can though, so the whole design has got the lift in it.
Okay. All right.
So if you do sort of underinflate this to 20 and then the other one underneath, or in fact use an 18-inch balloon, it will definitely be down by the end of the, or before the end of the evening. So we need that sort of guarantee that it's going to be I'm going to come around this way.
24 to 24.
Pretty much. I'll go maybe half an inch under.
Yeah, scares me. Oh.
So about 23.5.
I should have faith, shouldn't I?
You should. I'm going to ask you to hold that really tight and don't let go. That helium's expensive now.
Okay, all right, holding it.
And my second one, I'm going to take to, I don't know, let's go down to about...
Down a bit.
20, something like that. So like I say, any colours, gender reveal, pinks and blues would be amazing.
Yeah.
This as well. I mean, you could potentially confetti fill one of them and have it as a pop.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so.
It's getting heavy actually.
So I'm just going to tie them together. Could you move that one out that way? There we go. So I'm just going to make
a big duplet.
A monstrous duplet. Nice and tight. And now my chalk.
I feel I'm getting in the way.
No, you're all right. So let's go about that high. So what I'm going to do is just tie a couple of knots in that, nice and tight. And I'm going to go around again just for extra security because you don't want that going. Okay.
Very nice.
Don't really need the tail. I'm going to reduce a bit of weight as well and just lose, because there's still a lot of material in those. That was my finger.
Don't do that.
I'm going to do that. Okay.
All right. Oh wow, you really, there's next to, that is a lot of lift.
It's a lot of pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you'll realise why in a minute when I add in all the extra bits.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I've done, I've made everything ready to go into it, but I'll show a couple of the techniques along the way. The first one is a cluster of 4. Mm-hmm. So we've got 3 fashion white 12-inch hearts. Mm-hmm. And then we've got a double stuffed graffiti with a white sand inside it.
Yeah,
Just
nice.
So again, if we're talking about other designs, the blue graffiti, clear Sempertex would be stunning in this. I'll show this technique very quickly. Again, it's nothing new. It's double stuffing. Chris's chopstick.
Yeah.
We've pinched it from his toolbox and put it in ours.
Does he know?
Don't tell him.
He will now.
And then that is just going to pull over the balloon.
Very simple.
Very, very simple. Get it ready. Get one of the hearts. Just give one of the lobes a little stretch. So I'm going to overinflate it, this one, and bring it down. That one will just be inflated normally. I love these because so long as you give it that tiny little stretch beforehand, those lobes just go perfect every time.
You inflated that with confidence.
Every single time.
Yeah.
So that one I've taken big, just going to bring it down, round it off a bit.
Okay.
Make a duplet. And then again, all I'm doing is another duplet of hearts.
Yeah.
They twist into there to
and
make a cluster of 4.
Fantastic.
That can go over there because we don't need it now. So then all this cluster of 4 does is go between these 2.
Oh wow. I was thinking that was going to be part of the base or something. I hadn't really thought about it being part of the...
a couple of twists.
Up a bit.
To lock it in place. There you go. Come out. Kind of something like that-ish. Again, it's organic, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. You could, if you're making, I don't know, 10 of these to go around a venue, then you might want a bit of consistency throughout them. But This is the kind of shape I like. I like the 3 hearts together with that one just off.
Okay.
Okay. We're done with those and those. Second one. Again, single.
Whoa, nearly.
Doesn't like us. Stay.
Okay.
Double stuffed white sand graffiti.
Yep.
Double stuffed eucalyptus graffiti.
Yep.
And then 3 5-inch just randomly inflated. So everything that's going into this is being overinflated, brought down to smaller, softer, rounder size.
Okay. Why is that?
Just to get the rounded shape. I don't want it looking like a balloon. I don't want the pear shape of it.
Round, yeah.
And then with this one, so this first section that's going on, single on one side, 260 with the air squeezed out. Just bring it in, tie it off. So we have this organic element.
Yep.
So all that's going to do is just come into the design and find its own home, really.
Do you want me to hold
Go
anything?
around that.
No, you don't. Okay.
Let's have you there.
I can hold stuff. I'm capable of holding stuff. Just not ask me to tie stuff or.
You can go there.
Oh, that's great.
And the next element is, again, another double stuffed, 3 5-inches,
Yep.
a load of dust.
A load of dust. We don't have that much dust in here.
It might have come off my shoe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Blame your shoes.
Again, I'm just, so 260 is just tied into that cluster. What I'm going to do is bring it in. When I'm doing this, I want to stretch it.
Yep.
Just around a couple of balloons, a couple of times. Nice and tight. Again, we've got our organic.
So that's your organic technique,
element.
sort of.
Yeah.
Duplets like that.
That's it.
With a 260.
Let's go.
Ah, I see you need me to hold it.
It's all right.
Oh,
I've got knees.
you're going to resist my assistance.
And again, it's all just going to sort of fall into place naturally.
Yeah.
Kind of. We do want almost a front and a back.
Yeah.
And it will all just, it'll find its own home. Okay, so the final little element that's going to go into the design.
Yep.
Similar sort of thing, but with an extra little bit of difference.
Twirly swirlies.
Swirly whirlies. So all that consists of is cluster of 4.
Yep.
Again, with a 260 tied in it.
Yep.
And 2 260s that have been curled up.
Okay.
So there's our cluster 4.
Yep.
Again, taking it big, brought it down, rounded it off, and then made a curly.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is inflate one of these. It's not really the right machine to do it, but we can stretch the neck over. And if you just hold that one for 1 minute. That's it.
I know what you were trying to do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was my lightning fast reaction.
No, you've just just won the balloon world. So inflate it first to stretch the balloon. So you'll see it's got a lot wider than it normally should be.
Yeah.
I'm just going to loosely wrap it around my pump.
Okay.
So you can do it on the bigger hand pumps. I prefer the tightness of the curl of the modelling pump.
I've seen people do it on different things, broom handles and whatever,
So what you can do with the broom handle, you can tie a 260 around the top of it, and that will do the job of you holding it.
Yeah.
Because you then need another hand to hold the broom.
Yeah.
That's why I like this, because it's all sort of done.
Easy to hold.
Easy to hold.
Yeah.
So let's move that round again.
You keep them flat.
Keep it flat.
Yeah. Look at me, I almost know what I'm talking about.
It's catching that balloon now. It's transferred the power.
It has, that's it.
Like I say, it's not really the nozzle for a 260, but we'll get there.
Go on, give it a go.
There we go. So if you wrap it around further apart, you'll get a looser curl.
Yeah, yeah.
With this, I could tie it straight into here, but I want a bit of room between the nozzles so I can wrap it all in properly. So I like to little burp and then twist an inch off, then tie it. And then my two necks can just, so you can either bring it in as you would like a normal duplet, or you can bring the two necks together and then just tie regular knot. But leave that space between so we can stretch it around.
Yeah.
So that's just going to come in, twist it to lock it, and then my 260 again, in, round, and tie. So that's our final sort of organic piece.
Yeah.
If you would kindly hold the display for me.
Oh, now you want to use me.
Okay. And then let's see how it's flying.
Yeah, see why you need the helium.
So we want one about there, with a bit of swirly going upwards. One here with a swirly going downwards.
So if you wanted to, could you do this air-filled on one of
100%.
these?
Chris has done one air-filled. Wrap your lamp stand in a whatever you want.
Yeah, so a balloon or tool or whatever.
Yeah. And then just completely air-fill everything and wrap it onto a stand as you normally would.
So how would you attach the top two balloons on? Just
so what I'd be doing, I'd make all of this separately.
Yeah.
And then from this point, you bring it up.
Whee.
You bring it up and through.
Yeah.
And then twist.
Okay, so you put all the other stuff on
clusters around
first,
it,
and then.
I mean, you could get away with putting these on first.
And then it
And
just
you
adjusts.
then got to wrestle with this.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay, makes sense.
But this, I think there's still something. People still want floaty balloons.
They do. They think.
As much as we're trying to push airfill, you just can't.
It's the movement, and
exactly.
you walk past
parties,
it and it moves around, and it's something really nice. And outdoor weddings and you know, in marquees and things, when there's just that little bit of movement, it just makes a difference.
But yeah, it's
very good.
It's not groundbreaking. It's very simple techniques, but it's
lovely.
It's using the different textures, it's using the different shapes, the different sizes.
Yeah.
It's bringing in all those little organic elements that are still going to be popular, and again using the colours that are.
I love it, Mike. Yeah, very, very, very en vogue. Perfect, Mike. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. As a guest on BMTV, you get to ask everybody the question of the week. Indeed. Do you have a question of the week for the BMTV Nation?
No.
Okay. I mean, we need a bit more than that, Mike.
No, I do.
Please.
I do. So obviously, I've used eucalyptus here. This is one of my favourite colours at the moment. The combination with white sand is stunning. What else would you see with eucalyptus? What another combination that you would see doing really well?
Okay. Favourite colour combo
with eucalyptus?
With eucalyptus. Leave your comments down below on Facebook or on YouTube. I thought you were going to go for the facial hair question. No?
We'll do that next time.
Anyway, Mike, thank you so much. And thank you, everybody out there, for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon, and you'll be notified every time we upload a new show. Stay positive and stay happy. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye.